Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. This is your March bonus reading. We're going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and we're going to do like a regular old Celtic cross style spread here. So we're going to start with this. You have this card that says you are good enough. I feel like you need to realize that you are good enough for something. It looks like love for some of you. So again, if you're interested in a person, or if you have your eye on a person, I would say that that could be what this reading is saying, is that you need to believe that you're enough for a person. Especially if you have your eye on a specific person, then again, I think you need to realize that you bring more than enough to the table to be with this type of person or with a specific person in general. For others, this could have to do with like whatever it is that you're working on. Like maybe you have an idea for a business or to create something, and I feel like you need to believe in yourself more. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant, of course, can represent marriage, but we don't really necessarily see marriage here. Like, could you be meeting a person that you're going to marry in the future? Sure. But, also, I feel that this could actually be talking about blessings, because you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. It just seems to me like there could be some sort of blessing coming in for you, and I feel it has to do with the work that you do. So, again, if you've been working on something for a long time, you even have the Five of Cups as your crossing energy. The crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you, but, I feel that you need to realize that there are blessings coming in for the work that you do. He has these two cups behind him, and these two cups lead to this bridge and this castle over here. So there are benefits, or there are going to be benefits to something that's coming in for you, or there could be something very beneficial coming in for you, and it's something that's going to lead to a lot of success and growth. So, again, I feel for a lot of you that this could represent needing to release something that you no longer enjoy. The whole point of this card is that he has lost his taste for wine. He no longer enjoys it, but there's something better behind him, the bridge and the castle, not just the two cups. So I kind of feel this is about being grateful or gratitude. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're thinking about something new, especially for those of you that are working on new projects or new business ideas. You could just be processing the new idea or whatever new thing that you're working on or creating. I see you kind of like thinking about it or planning it, or it's like you're planning more out, more of the process out. I have the word planning popping into my head. It's like I feel like you are planning, or maybe you're trying to come up with a better plan is what this would be, because you have Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords down to the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is something like a garden. It's something that you have to nurture into existence. So I always say that the Ace of Pentacles is like an opportunity that we receive, and it's something that we have to like water, feed, fertilize, treat it like a garden. And he's holding this one big pentacle, kind of like the Ace of Pentacles here. So it's almost like there could be a new beginning coming in for you that is an opportunity, something that you're thinking about. And I feel there is a lot of growth potential here. You have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is definitely about needing to leave a comfort zone. It's showing up in the area of your foundation, which is also pretty interesting. But he's standing at the top of his castle here on the Two of Wands, and he's looking out into the world, but he has the whole world in his hands. The story of the Two of Wands is that he rushed to a finish line and he didn't enjoy it. Like, he just set out to accomplish something and he didn't enjoy the journey. He didn't enjoy the process. But what he needs to realize is that there's like a lot more that he could go and experience. He has a whole world in his hands. So there's like so much more that he can do, but he has to like get out there and do it. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about needing to get out into the world and do something that you've been thinking about doing. I'm getting something here about like making a bigger commitment to something as well. So, but what I mean by that is we're not talking about love. I'm talking about like a business or an idea or something, like a project that you're working on. If you are just kind of like trying something right now, I'm not saying that you're not, I'm not saying that you're not working hard on something or whatever, but I feel like you need to make like a bigger commitment. I feel like I've said this to you before as well. So I feel a bigger commitment, or really making that like 110% effort into something is going to mean the difference between just kind of being successful or ultimately being successful. In the area of the past, you have the Knight of Swords. I do feel that some of you could have dealt with a person who ran away from you. That didn't work. Let's try that again. So you could have dealt with a person that ran away from you, or a person that was very volatile as well. You have this Fire Ant card, which I'll show you in a minute. But this could be preventing you from, getting with a new person. It is like new love wants to come in here, or I feel like some of you have your eye on a person, which I'm pretty sure I said to you in your last reading or your March reading. So who knows, like maybe in March you discover a new person, or you meet a new person in March, and it's kind of like you start to develop feelings, or you have already developed feelings for a person in March. And I feel like this is saying this person is going to be very different than the past person. But so don't attach, like if you dealt with like some weird past person who was always causing problems, or who ran away or was volatile or something like that, I would say that this new person is going to be totally different. And even this card here, the Fire Ant card, it can represent a person who just boils over, where it's like they seem nice at first, or they seem like a nice person or a good person, but they just let things build up in them and they explode. So again, I feel like you have dealt with a person like that in the past, who would just like allow things to build up and then explode, and you're attracting something very different. If you don't want love, then I also feel that you need to be careful of this type of energy. I would be letting things out if I were you, Scorpio. Don't just let things, I'm not saying you're going to explode, but don't just let things build up inside you, and then you get to the point where you get really pissed off and you explode, right? There's something about that here. You have the Page of Swords in your very near future. Page of Swords says you're looking into something. He's even looking over at the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is a teacher. The Page of Swords is my card of curiosity, and you literally have this card right here that says wisdom on it. So I feel like gaining some wisdom or learning something new with these two cards would be very important for you right now. The Page of Swords is getting interested in something. Again, he is curious about something. So if you are becoming curious about a new direction in your life, or if you are becoming curious about like potential new ideas or new things that you could work on, I would do your research into whatever new things pop into your head, because this combination plus the Hierophant, plus on top of all that you have the Nine of Pentacles this way, the Ace of Pentacles going this way as well. Even the Page of Pentacles is a card of studiousness and the card of learning. So I feel that if you are becoming interested in a new topic, or a new business idea, or new direction in your life, that learning as much as you can about whatever it is, it will be very profitable for you. You even have the Ace of Pentacles. This is coming up in the area of the next few months. I feel like sometimes people don't realize like just how quickly their life can change, and I'm getting that on the Ace of Pentacles. Like you need to, I feel like you don't even realize how quickly life can change for you, and that's what this looks like to me. I feel that there could be an opportunity that comes in because of something that you're doing or something that you're working on. So if you're working on like any new projects, any new business ideas, or anything like that, I feel like you need to realize just how quickly things can change. And it seems to me like there's like an opportunity that kind of comes in out of nowhere, but it's like related to another opportunity. So let's say you have a business. It's like you could be getting an opportunity because of your business that leads to something else. It's like external. Same thing in work. It's like maybe your boss comes to you and is like, we want you to, move to California and open a new branch, or, whatever. It just, that's like the feeling that I get here on the Ace of Pentacles. Could be love as well. It's like you could meet a person who moves, but or needs to move. Like maybe you meet them, maybe they get an opportunity to move to California or whatever. But like whatever it is, I feel it's going to change your life literally, and I feel it's going to be very successful and probably very fulfilling based off the looks of the things here that are going on here. So again, I would be open to those kind of random opportunities that kind of come out of nowhere. That's what this Ace of Pentacles is talking about, I believe, for you. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords can be someone with a lot of knowledge and wisdom. This could be any gender here, but if you have a person that you consider to be like a mentor or someone you look up to, I always say that this is a really good card for tapping into mentors, or, using the power of teachers or people who have taught you things. And you have two cards, this in the Hierophant. So anything you can do to, learn from an important person or to get the knowledge and wisdom from a person who's been there, done that would be very successful. Just to give you some examples, again, if you're dealing with something legal, King of Swords to me would say get a lawyer. If you're dealing with something with your health, go to the doctor. King of Swords kind of represents a person who can solve your problems very, very quickly. So again, if you're dealing with anything at all in your life, I would, learn from an expert. That's literally what that card says, and it will solve your problems quickly. You have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence and, card of being very successful. So, I feel for this is coming up in the area of your future feelings. And so I feel that you are feeling very successful. I feel like you're feeling like you can take care of yourself. I also feel that you feel very focused as well. She has this falcon that's on her hand here, and the falcon represents the fact that she is training her focus. And so I feel like you are training your focus on focusing on what's important, focusing on what creates more abundance and success in your life. Again, she is a symbol of abundance. She is also the card of gratitude and luxuries. So I feel for a lot of you that the things that you're doing in your life could be creating a lot of, luxuries, or you could be focusing on the nicer things in life or creating more of the nicer things in life. Your outcome is the Hangman, which is interesting. Well, we're going to clarify through and see what comes up, but the Hangman, the Hangman is good in this reading, number one, because we see a lot of stuff about learning or education or whatever you want to call it. And his head is glowing here, and so he has gained, the whole point of the Hangman is that he has gained knowledge and wisdom. His head glowing says that he has gained enlightenment. He has learned something from what he has been through. He has educated himself, and his head's glowing, so now he can move forward. So, I feel for a lot of you, you have learned. Next, you have this recognition card. It says, you will get the recognition and rewards you deserve. You're not going to get recognized if no one knows who you are. I would definitely be trying to get as much attention as you possibly can. I literally just said to Cancer that, it seems to me like the water signs are about to get the recognition they deserve for the work they've been doing. I literally just said this. So, I feel for a lot of you, if you've been putting in the work or you've been putting in a lot of effort to grow something that you hope will grow, like a business, maybe you want to grow social media or whatever. It seems to me like you are growing very, very well here. So let's see what is going on for you. With the Hierophant and the Five of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is all about resources and gathering your resources. So, I feel for a lot of you, maybe you are focused on your resources. I do feel like you are increasing your resources, especially for those of you that have like a side hustle, or if you work in social media, anything like that. Like if you have something on the side where you're hoping to make a little extra money, it seems to me like you could be kind of like making a little extra money there. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. This is coming up in the area of your thoughts. And what I would say right here is I would not be thinking, how can I work harder on something? The Ten of Wands, number one, kind of says that you might be wondering like when you're going to get the rewards for the work that you've done. He's carrying these 10 wands, and he's about to reach his home in the background here. Those 10 wands are kind of like a burden, and personally, I think the 10 of wands is a good card because he planted those wands. Those wands are his harvest. He planted those wands. Now he's walking back to his home for hopes of having a harvest. And, I do feel that a lot of you are going to be having a harvest. So again, I wouldn't really worry about this. I think that there is a lot of success coming in for you with the 10 of wands. It looks amazing. But again, I think that also where I was going with that is sometimes I think when we get the 10 of wands, especially in the area of the thoughts, because we have had to work hard in the past to get what we want, we could be thinking, oh, I have to put all this work in to make something successful. But really, we just need to be thinking smarter, not harder. And that's what I would be doing here, is I would start thinking smarter, not harder. Let's see. With the Two of Wands, you have the Moon card. This is coming up in the area of your foundation. The Moon says you don't know what, one thing that could be holding you back here from taking action on something is the fact that you don't know the future. Well, guess what? No one knows the future, not even me. I don't consider what I do predictive. So, to me, can it make predictions? Sure. Have I made predictions that have been accurate? Sure. But, for the most part, to me, tarot is just energy that you are meant to work with, and it really doesn't predict anything. So, there you go. But what I would say is that the Two of Wands, he is the card of foresight. He's like looking into the future, but it's like you can't know that something is going to work ever. We never know if something's gonna work or not until we do it. And I kind of get that feeling here where if you are thinking like, oh, I'll get started on this when I know that it's going to work, you're never going to know. So I feel like you need to take the steps. This is part of the Fool's journey. The Fool has to walk down this path to these mountains in the background. The mountains represent an achievement. So it's like there's an achievement you could have, but you have to take the steps. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Hermit. I definitely feel you could have been dealing with a Virgo in the past. And that could be the person that you're releasing. There could be a Pisces coming in for you, or someone who has Pisces, Taurus, or Capricorn in their chart. Could be any sign. This is a general reading. So, whatever you're into is what could be coming in for you. Who cares? Just find a good person, as I always say. But, what I would say is that in the past, I feel like you've done all the hard work. Again, the Hermit has climbed to the top of the mountain. He's shining his inner light out in front of him. And so it kind of says that he's been through the toughest part of his journey. He's been through his dark night of the soul. And now he needs to shine his inner light, which I feel like you need to do here, Scorpio. With the Page of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups. This could be someone, either you have your eye on someone, which I totally am calling you out because I think it's you that has, and I did this in your last reading as well. I just get the feeling that some of you could have your eye on a person. And, the Page of Swords is spying, so it's like maybe you're spying on a person or whatever. If you're not spying on a person, then I would say someone has their eye on you. And I definitely feel there will be a love offer. 2 aces right here as well. I love 2 aces. 2 aces says that it's basically a yes to any question that I haven't answered. And the other weird thing is I've been noticing a lot of aces again recently. So just recently, collective, as far as a collective is concerned, I've noticed a lot of aces in all the readings. And this is a good thing, because it can basically say that there's a lot of abundance, or there are a lot of new beginnings, or new kind of like energetic portals opening up. So it could be a lot of new stuff here. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. High Priestess can be Pisces. Again, you have all 3 Pisces cards here, but it can also be unlimited potential, and that's really what I feel. She has no roof over her head here on the High Priestess, and the whole point of no roof over her head on the High Priestess says that whatever she's thinking about doing has unlimited potential. There's nothing, there are no limits to how much she can accomplish. The only limit is her. And the Ace of Pentacles basically says the same thing. There are no limits to what you can accomplish with the Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess. The only limit is your imagination, or the amount of work that you put into something. So, really amazing. I would definitely put the work in here to be more successful, or, I would put the work in to create whatever you're trying to create, or to have whatever you're trying to have here in work or business or your love life or whatever, because there's like unlimited potential. And the other thing about the High Priestess is that she just needs to, needs to like dig into the mystery, right? And we kind of see that here with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is curious about something that is a mystery. Maybe he comes up with a business idea. Maybe he sees a new person he becomes curious about. And that High Priestess would basically say, learn about it. If you learn about it, if you go explore whatever you're being curious about, it has unlimited potential. That's literally what the card says. Also, you have the Hierophant and the High Priestess, which, I consider those two to be better divine counterparts than the Emperor and the Empress. So there could definitely be a divine counterpart here. With the King of Swords, you have the Fool. The Fool is about taking a leap of faith in a new direction. So you could be taking a leap of faith towards something new. And I feel that would be a good idea. I do get something about moving here as well. So some of you could be thinking about moving, or, that could just be the new beginning that you're having is moving as well. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Wands. Let's see. The Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for something you want. I thought there was something more here, but, Queen of Wands says that you could be feeling very attractive at this time. Again, doesn't matter what gender you are. I would just put yourself out there with that card. With the Hangman, you have the Two of Swords. Yeah, what I would say here is be open to other ways of doing things. Hangman has gained a new perspective. He's seeing a new way to do things. Two of Swords, she is thinking this or that, but there's a third option behind her. I always say that she is my card of third place solutions. There's this new island behind her, and that new island just represents a different way of doing things. Or, it could say that she is thinking that she only has 2 options when really she has a third option. So, I would stay open to all ways of doing things. You have this horseshoe card that says good luck on it. Pretty crazy. Everybody has also had some sort of good luck card this month. So, it could just be a very lucky month, the month of March. You have this September card, and this peacock card. It says beware of great pride. So I would be careful of egotistical people or cocky people and things like that with this energy. You have this bowl. It says plenty of material things. So again, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a very good card for increasing your material wealth. I also just feel like you could be feeling more abundant. And that's like half the battle. When you feel more abundant, you typically can become more abundant. So it's almost like because you are feeling more abundant, that's the thing that is increasing your abundance. And I definitely feel that here. You have the shark card. It says, take care, there will be loss of material wealth. I definitely been telling everybody this year to like watch their finances. Like, I don't think we should be, super paranoid about this or anything. I would just keep an eye on your finances. You have this boot card. It says, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So, yeah, I definitely would increase your efforts at this time. Didn't I say something about that at the beginning of the reading? Because I'm pretty sure I said something about you needing to, like, commit 110% to something. And that message popped into my head right when we started the reading. That it's like, I'm not saying you're not committed. I definitely feel like you're doing the work and all that other stuff. But it's almost like just a little bit effort, or just doing what is actually important would be more important than just putting in work, right? So I would make sure that, like, whatever you do for a living or whatever you do for work, even if you're retired, you might be working on your health or whatever, I would make sure to do your research, because I kind of feel like this reading is saying the money's in the research. Your success this month is going to come from you doing the important things, not just doing work, right? Pretty interesting reading. I like where this is going, though. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.